Good morning. This is Pastor Jeff. I'm here in my office for daily lectionary readings before our worship service this morning. It is Sunday, June 16th, 2024. With it being a worship service, we have 4 readings instead of our normal 3, and the readings are the ones that are being done in our worship service. It is the 4th Sunday after Pentecost in year B. Our first reading is from 1 Samuel 15:34 through chapter 16, verse 13. Then Samuel went to Ramah, and Saul went up to his house in Gibeah of Saul. Samuel did not see Saul again until the day of his death. But Samuel grieved over Saul, and the Lord was sorry that he had made Saul king over Israel. The Lord said to Samuel, "How long will you grieve over Saul? I have rejected him from being king over Israel. Fill your horn with oil and set out. I will send you to Jesse the Bethlehem, for I have provided for myself a king among his sons." Samuel said, "How can I go? If Saul hears of it, he will kill me." And the Lord said, "Take a heifer with you and say, I have come to sacrifice it to the Lord. Invite Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will show you what you shall do, and you shall anoint for me the one whom I name to you." Samuel did what the Lord commanded and came to Bethlehem. The elders of the city came to meet him trembling and said, "Do you come peacefully?" He said, "Peacefully. I have come to sacrifice to the Lord. Sanctify yourself and come with me to the sacrifice." And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and invited them to the sacrifice. When they came, he looked at Eli and thought, "Surely the Lord's anointed is now before the Lord." But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look on his appearance or on height or on stature, because I have rejected him. For the Lord does not see the mortal see. They look on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." Then Jesse called Abinadab and made him pass before Samuel. He said, "Neither has the Lord chosen this one." Then Jesse made Shammah pass by, and he said, "Neither has the Lord chosen this one." Jesse had 7 sons past Samuel, and Samuel said to Jesse, "The Lord has not chosen any of these." Samuel said to Jesse, "Are all of your sons here?" And he said, "There remains the youngest, but he is keeping the sheep." And Samuel said to Jesse, "Send and bring him, for he will not sit down until he comes here." He sent him and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, he had beautiful eyes, and was handsome. And the Lord said, "Rise and anoint him, for this is the one." Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the presence of his brothers. And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon David from that day forward. Samuel then went out and went to Ramah. Our psalm reading is from Psalm 20. The Lord answer you in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob protect you. May he send you help from sanctuary and give you support from Zion. May he remember all your offerings and regard with favor your burnt offerings. May he grant you your heart desire and fulfill all your plans. May we shout for the joy over victory, and in the name of our God set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. Now I know that the Lord will help his anointed. He will answer him from the holy heaven with mighty victories by his right hand. Some take pride in chariots and some in horses, but our pride is in the name of the Lord our God. They will collapse and fall, but we shall rise and stand upright. Give victory to the King, O Lord. Answer us when we call. Our second reading comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verses 6 to 10. We are skipping 11 through 13 and join back up in 14 through 17. So, we are always confident, even though we know that while we are at home in the body, we are away from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Yes, we do have confidence, and we would rather be away from the body and at home with the Lord. So whether we are at home or away, we make it our aim to please you. For all of us must appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each one may receive recompense for what has been done in the body, whether good or evil. For the love of God urges us on, because we are convinced that one has died for all, therefore all have died. And he died for all, so that all who live may live no longer for themselves, but for him who died and was raised for them. From now on, therefore, we regard that no one from a human point of view, even though we once knew Christ from a human point of view, we know him no longer in that way. Everything has become new. Our gospel reading for today comes from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 4, verses 26 through 34. He also said, "The kingdom of God is as if someone would scatter seed on the ground, and would sleep and rise day and night, and the seed would sprout and grow, he does not know how. The earth produces of itself first the stalk, then the head, then the full grain in the head. But when the grain is ripe, at once he goes in with the sickle, because the harvest has come." He also said, "With what can we compare the kingdom of God? And of what parable will we use for it? It is like a mustard seed, which when sown upon the ground is the smallest of all seeds on earth. Yet, when it is sown and it grows up, it becomes the greatest of all shrubs, and puts forth large branches, so that the birds of the air may make nests in its shade." With many such parables he spoke the word to them, as they were able to hear it. He did not speak to them except in parables, but he explained everything in private to his disciples. And here ends our readings for the day.